Hello. In this video, we are going to get the side drawer to start working for public collections for users who are logged out. Right now, I only render the side drawer if there is an active user because the side drawer shows things like the user's categories and tags. And up until now, the only way that a user had categories and tags is if a user was logged in. But now with public collections, users that go, or people that go to a public collections page will be able to see the side drawer and see tags and categories that belong to that collection without logging in. So I need to unhide the side drawer if the user doesn't exist, if whoever is on the using Linkadex is on a collections page. So let's jump into it. The first thing that I'm going to do is find where we are rendering the side drawer. So we have this active page. So it's before active page. So the active page is what decides what page we are looking at based on the URL. But we are rendering the side drawer before that. So side drawer, import. Where do we import the side drawer? Oh, here. Okay, side drawer wrapper, and then where do we grab you? Apollo wrapper. Okay. Yeah, so here's where we're rendering the active page, and we're rendering the active page, and then the side drawer, and then the snack bar, which is the little alert that's in the bottom left when you do anything. This is the snack drawer, snack bar, excuse me. I didn't name it, that's just what it's called. I don't like that name, but it's a material UI concept. And then the modal, and then the nav bar. So side drawer wrapper. So side drawer wrapper, we need to check if the user is on a collections page. So I'm doing this somewhere else already too. What do I search for? It's not use params, it's where did I do that? Okay, it's going to be one of these. Memory router. Params, navigate, use params, navigate, use location, params, navigate, use navigate, params, navigate. No. Navigate, use navigating, use search params, There was like a navigate, use params, use match. We did this, 4 days ago. Okay, so let's do the same thing here. Side drawer wrapper, closing all this extra stuff we have. Okay. And we're going to import the use match, and then we say match is use match, and then collection ID is this, and then if user is not logged in, so we say if no collection ID. Is it just if no collection ID and if the user is not logged in? Because if the user is logged in, we should show the side drawer. And if the user has a collection ID, we should show, yeah, so okay, cool. That's it. Well, that was easy. Okay. Side drawer is now in business. We're not quite done. This guy needs to, oh yeah, the nav bar is different when we are not logged in. Okay. So it's fine. We're going to do the same thing for the nav bar. Logged in. Oh, the nav bar is kind of a mess. This might be annoying to untangle. So the hamburger menu is not appearing when the user is not logged in to open the side drawer. So if I go to the collections page and then I close the side drawer, can't open it. And that's obviously a problem. But this nav bar was one of the first things that I built, and it's not in great shape. You know, okay, we're just going to see what happens. Navigates and use match. Const match. It's collection ID. Burger menu if is logged in. Const display. Const hamburger menu if is logged in. And no, if, okay, so if there's no collection ID, there should be or. If there's no collection ID or, no, it's and. If there's no collection ID and the user is not logged in, don't display this. So if, same thing. If there's no collection ID and if the user is not logged in, we render nothing. Otherwise, return, and we're going to return the hamburger menu. Do this. You're not happy. Hamburger menu. Now here we just do this. Okay, cool. Does that work? Good. Okay. And link index went to the side. Okay. Log pricing updates. Does it make sense to have these still? We're going to leave it for now. Okay, so with that, we can now open and close the hamburger menu when the users are not logged in. We are blowing ourselves up because we're still trying to fetch categories and tags. Excuse me. No, it's the correct. Cool, we're trying to grab collection categories and collection tags. We just haven't whitelisted those. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is just commit this. Logged out users can open and close side drawer. Okay, and then I should have probably actually double checked what I just committed. No. Crap. Yeah, use match. We imported the use match. We're grabbing the collection ID. We're checking if the collection ID does not exist and the user is not logged in, render nothing. Otherwise, either the user is logged in which case we should render something, or there's a collection ID, in which case we should render something. That checks out. This looks bigger than it is because we just moved this up as this little shortcut. It starts to look ugly as soon as you have more than one thing in it. I don't like this. I don't like doing this. It made sense to do it, but I think it's jank. I don't like that. I use it, but I don't like it. I think that's pretty standard practice, though, so it's my problem. Okay, so this is log in users can open and close side drawer. Okay, so now we're gonna fix this, and we just need the whitelist collection categories and collection folders and collection tags. So we're just gonna do the same thing we did in the last video and grab that exact text. And I'm just doing it this way because it's easiest. I'll make this bigger. Should have thought of that earlier. And let's go ahead and trigger one and query. And this is the categories query. And we're gonna put that right here. And continue. And restart. Now let's put it down here so we don't keep on getting duplicates. So I don't keep on getting the same categories query. It'll return true if it's any of these, otherwise it'll hit our debugger, and we're only triggering things that are 401ing right now. So that should have done it, I think. Nope. That do it, yeah. Okay, next is tags. And we're gonna whitelist this guy too. And then last, it's folders. And with that, we should be good. So we will go back to our code, and now we have categories and tags, and we are not logged in. Ew, but it's not doing this thing. Okay. We're not shrinking, the linked list is not shrinking this way. This is supposed to get squeezed when the sidebar opens. So that's probably the active page thing we saw earlier. So active page. Okay. And we do this all one more time. So use match. And I'll explain this in a second. We're gonna go down to this guy here, the very top of our component. and collection ID. And so this check, we're checking if the side drawer is open and if we have an active user. If we don't have an active user, then we're not letting this be open. But now it's more complex than that. We're going to bring this logic into its own function. It's just, is side drawer open? And this is going to check collection ID and this stuff. So if side drawer state is open and we have a user, an email, return true. Else if side drawer state is open and we have a collection ID, return true. Otherwise, return false. So we check if the side drawer, if the application state thinks that the side drawer is open, and then we also check, do we have a collection ID or do we have an active user? If we have a collection ID, it can be open. If we have an active user, it's open. Otherwise, we return false. We don't care if the side drawer state is open. If you don't have an active user and you don't have a collection, it doesn't make sense for the side drawer to be open. That makes sense. I don't like that we have multiple sources of truth for if the side drawer is open. I'm going to move forward with this for now, but that is technical debt that we're taking on. I know this is how this works, but if other engineers were working on this, or even if I'm working on this again in a year, I would expect the side drawer state is open to be the source of truth of if the side drawer state is open, and for there not to be additional business logic sprinkled throughout the application deciding if it's actually open or not. I could this is technical debt that I'm consciously taking on right now. I could bring this into a helper function. That's not really going to change anything though. And then there would be, yeah, this is technical debt that I'm consciously taking on right now. So is what it is. Okay, so now this works. Cool. That's hard refresh. And cool, this is suddenly starting to look pretty good. Filters do indeed work. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and commit this. Side drawer, fix side drawer, squeeze functionality feature on open close side drawer. It's whatever. I did it again. We added 3 things to our whitelist for queries, and then we added something on the active page to handle the squeeze functionality. Yep. Search, handle, side drawer, squeeze feature on logged users. Close enough. And with that, we're in good shape. The next thing that I'm going to be working on, so that's going to do it for this video, I think, depending on timing. Yeah, depending on time, that does it for this video. In the next video, I am going to add the information at the top of the public collection page. I'm going to add the title of the collection, the description of the collection, and the username or the display name of the user that authored the collection. And at that point, this is going to start to actually look like public collections. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. David out.